Debt is the biggest enemy to wealth building, bar none. Nothing can undermine your wealth building plans faster than debt can. Minimizing debt must be a pillar of your financial strategy, which is why it's part of the NAHREP 10. Now, some say there's good debt and there's bad debt. I would say that there's no good debt. There's bad debt and maybe there's worse debt. Now, few would argue that unsecured debt like credit card debt is a good idea. Interest rates for credit cards run between 16 and 40%, and there's no investment you can make that'll give you a better return on your money than eliminating your unsecured credit card debt. So pay it off before you invest a dime. But some people would call real estate debt or mortgage debt good debt. It's secured against an appreciating asset, and interest rates for mortgages run lower than almost any other type of debt. Buying your home with a fixed rate mortgage is almost always a good idea. You have to live somewhere, and rather than paying rent, paying a mortgage saves you money on taxes while you build equity as you pay down that debt. But too much good debt can sometimes be a bad thing. I have a friend that owned over 30 homes prior to the Great Recession. He had a net worth of over $10 million at that time. However, his real estate was leveraged at an average of 80%, which means he had about 20% equity in each of the homes that he owned. Now, if you remember, between 2008 and 2012, real estate values dropped, and in his market, they dropped nearly 40%, leaving him with negative equity in most of his properties. Rents also dropped in his market, and when his tenants stopped paying their rent, he didn't have the equity or the cash flow to keep up his mortgage payments, and he lost most of his properties. Now, great recessions don't happen very often, but they do happen. And if you're over-leveraged, you can lose everything that you've been building. So not all debt is a horrible idea. There are occasions when it makes sense, but minimizing debt is smart, and it's what the savviest investors do with their money. If you want to hear more about the Latino brand, leadership, and building wealth, follow me for more.